Students, just a reminder, we are still in chapter 2. Next topic is multiplication of decimal numbers. Multiplication of decimal numbers is easy as multiplication of whole numbers. You don't have much about to think about this, because if you know and you are thorough with the multiplication tables, multiplication of decimal numbers will not bother you. Before going to multiplication, just revise what are decimal places. Decimal places refers to the number of digits on the right hand side of the decimal point. That is, how many digits are there after the decimal point. How many decimal places are there? Here only one number is there after the decimal point. So the number of decimal places is equal to 1. Read the second question. 4.23. How many digits after the decimal point? 2 digits. The number of decimal places is 2. Read the third question. 14.8901. 14.8901. How many digits are there after the decimal point? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 decimal places. So, this concept of decimal places should be clear to you before we enter multiplication of decimal numbers. Multiplying by a whole number. Multiplying decimals by a whole number. Read the first question. 0.2 into 6. Which are the two numbers you are multiplying? 0.2 and 6. So 6 is a whole number. 0.2 is a decimal number. Step 1. Multiply the numbers given as whole numbers. Which are the numbers given there? 2 and 6. Multiply it first. 2 into 6 is 12. Now consider the decimal number. How many decimal places are there? Only one decimal place is there. So that is the step 2. What is step 3? Count from the right. Count from the right. That is, if I write 12, I'll start from right. And how many decimal place? One decimal place. So I'll put point here. So the final answer is 1.2. Clear? Next one. 8 into 4.6. 8 into 4.6. What is the first step? You will multiply the numbers. 8 and 46. 8 and 46. 8 into 46. The answer is 368. 368. How many decimal places are there? Only one decimal place is there. So, after 8 you will put decimal point. Always count from the right end. Always count from the right end. Next one. 211.02 into 4. Without the decimal point, how will you read the number? It is 21,102 into 4. You will get the answer as 84,408. How many decimal places are there in this question? 1, 2. How many decimal places? There are 2 decimal places in the question. So, if I write 8, 4, 4, 0, 8. I'll start from the right side. And how many decimal places? 2 decimal places. So 1, 2. So I'll put the decimal point here. So the final answer is 844.08. Hope this concept is clear to you. Next is multiplication of decimal numbers by 10, 100 and 1000. This depends only on the number of zeros in each of these numbers. You can see I have written the same numbers 14.8901 into 10, 14.8901 into 100, 14.8901 into 1000. The only thing which is varying is 10, 100 and 1000. So if I write 1, 4, 8, 9, 0, 1. My question is 4.891. When I multiply by 10, how many zeros are there in 10? Only 1 zero. So this decimal point will shift to the right side. And the answer is 148.901. Here what happens? If I write 14.8901 and I'm going to multiply it with 100. How many zeros in 100? 2 zeros. So you are going to shift 2 places. Start 1, 2. So the decimal point will be here. That is 1489.01. That will be your answer. 14.8901 into 1000. How many zeros in 1000? 3 zeros. So you will shift 3 places to the right. When a decimal number is multiplied by 10, 100 and 1000, the digits in the product are same as in the decimal number. But the decimal point in the product is shifted to the right by as many places as there are zeros over 1. Next one. Find 1.3 into 10. How many places will you shift? You will shift 1 place. The answer is 30. 168.07 into 10. What will happen? You are going to shift 1 place to the right. So the answer is 1680.7. 31.1 into 100. Students, here you will have a confusion. That is 31.1 into 100. How will you shift 2 places to the right? Let's see. I am going to shift 1, 2 and I put the point here. But nothing is here. What will you do? If nothing is there, what will you add? You will add 0. So the answer is 3110. 3110. 3.62 into 100. Here you have 2 decimal places. So the answer is 362. 16.8 into 1000. Here also you will have the same confusion. 16.8 into 1000. How many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3 zeros are there. So you are going to shift 3 places to the right. What will happen? 1, 2, 3 and the decimal point will be here. No number, so what will you do? You will write zeros there. So the answer is 16,800. Here it is 0.8. What will be the answer? 90. Multiplication of two decimal numbers. Multiplication of two decimal numbers, you don't have any other rules. Here instead of one whole number, you are having two decimal numbers. 2.5 into 0.3. The same step, first one 25 into 3, you will put 75. Here the second step is having a slight difference. How many decimal places are there? Here 1 decimal place is there. Here 1 decimal place is there. So how many in total? In total you will have 2 decimal places. So the final answer will be 0.75. Look here. 11.2 into 0.15. How will you multiply? 112 into 15. 112 into 15 is 1680. How many decimal place? Here 1 decimal place. Here 2 decimal place. So in total how many decimal places are there? 1 plus 2, 3 decimal place. So start counting from here. 1, 2, 3. So the final answer is 1.680. This is the same type of questions. Next you have word problems. The side of an equilateral triangle is 3.5 cm. Find its perimeter. What is an equilateral triangle? If all the sides of a triangle are equal, we say it is an equilateral triangle. So how will you find the perimeter? You will find the perimeter as 3 into 3.5. This is which topic? Multiplication of a decimal number by a whole number. So 3 into 3.5 will get the answer as 10.5 centimeter. Next question. The length of a rectangle is 7.1 centimeter and its breadth is 2.5 centimeter. What is the area of the rectangle? Students, tell me what is the shape mentioned here? The shape mentioned here is a rectangle. So you should know what is the formula for area of the rectangle. Can you tell me what is the formula for area of the rectangle? Yes, it is length into breadth. So which topic is this? Multiplying two decimal numbers. So you will multiply 71 and 25 and then 2 decimal places. So the final answer is 17.75 centimeter square. Third question. A two-wheeler covers a distance of 55.3 km in 1 liter of petrol. So how much distance will it cover in 10 liters of petrol? So 1 liter of petrol can cover 55.3. So how will you calculate 10 liters? It is multiplication. Which topic? Multiplication of a decimal number by 10. Multiplication of a decimal number by 10. How many zeros? 1 0. So shift to 1 position. So the answer is 553 kilometer. Thank you students. Watch the video again and again. Make the concepts very clear. Have a nice day. Thank you.